I was one of the student of my college who has the highest package within all of the college. So, and that too, my interview went based on the projects of EYIC and the concepts I learned there and the logic I built there. Because even my internship is in one of the ELSI labs, which I have in my college. So the HR round went on, and when I told them that okay, I have an ELSI lab of eYantra situated in my college, and I'm doing my internship on DL over there. So they actually searched on the Google about what is eYantra and everything, and they said that okay, so you are doing an internship at a place which actually focuses on student growth other than the academics which is provided in the college. So that was one of the major factors which actually helped me get placements, and not only in one companies, but I actually sat for 4 companies: TCS, Wipro, Virtuosa, and Tech Technologies. And in all of them, I was placed just based on the projects which I have completed in EYIC and the knowledge which I gained in EYIC.
In last RC, I was having a project of full automation the delivering system, like the Amazon warehouse system. So this whole project I was explained by the interviewer, and I explained the system during the interview process. And HR was really interested in knowing about the project and what were the elements you learned about throughout the project. I have shared my experience of EYIC last year, where I had developed a product. So he was more interesting about that colleges students are doing a real life problem and getting into the domain of industry.
For implementing a whole circuit on a PCB, the first major thing is to implement it on the breadboard. Before implementing it on the PCB breadboard, you should not try to put it on the PCB, as there may be some connection issues, or will have to adjust the connections through single strand wires.
We generally, during the projects, we select the components that are reliable for just 2 to 3 months. But during a product development, we need to think of the lifetime of the product. So the components which we select should be durable enough to attend all the loads that are going to be impacted on it.
The research part of the product is very important. Like from the starting, you shouldn't just focus on solving the issue. You should first research and have a clear knowledge about what we are using. For example, we used Heltec boards in place of like ESP32 and LoRa, which was way cheaper and was also like industry grade, but it required a bit of manual work to make it working. For that, we spent around 1,500 for each board, which would have been done in around 600 or 700.
HMI interface in our product, human machine interface, which provided for the greenhouse system. So while making that interface, we actually changed our code from scratch 5 to 6 times. During before 2 days of submission, we had to rewrite the whole code because we didn't do the proper research on what could be alternatives for implementing that particular thing. So even if it is a software side problem and you could solve a part of it using one way, you shouldn't stop researching about what could be done, how it could be done in another way. While writing the code, don't just blindly import the libraries. If you have downloaded a library, there are CPP files and header files in that as well. So just try to read those, because those are written in what you know, like in the language which you are coding. So if you read those files, you would actually know what all functionalities you would get in that library files. Generally what happens is that, okay, we download a library file from the Arduino library manager and then we go ahead and use that, but we don't actually fully go ahead and explore what all functionalities it has. And then later on when we are implementing something, then we come to find out, okay, the thing which we did 2 years back using 10,000 lines of code could have been done within 700 lines of code if we use these particular things. In our childhood, we used to rush for the playgrounds in the evening. We wanted to play and wanted to do every sort of thing there. So for me right now in my engineering period, it would be that playground. eYantra was the playground which I had for 4 years of my engineering life. And without eYantra, I don't know what I would be doing right now in the college, or even if I would have gotten placed or anything. Like from scratch, from second year itself, eYantra has shaped me to what I am today right now. So for me, it is the playground which I had in my childhood.